For every loved World Cup team, there's also one hated by everyone. Starting with Brazil. Brazil faced fierce backlash and frustration after being eliminated from the 2026 FIFA World Cup due to a shocking 2-1 round of 16 loss against Norway. This intense reaction stemmed from a 24-year title drought, a perceived loss of their joyful playing style, and costly missed opportunities on the pitch. But while Brazil left the tournament with plenty of criticism surrounding them, one team that went in the complete opposite direction was Morocco. The Atlas Lions once again managed to win over neutral fans around the world. After their historic 2022 World Cup run, expectations were already high, but Morocco continued to show exactly why so many people had fallen in love with their team. Morocco represented the hopes of millions across Africa and the Arab world, and their passionate fans made their journey even more special. After becoming the first African nation to reach consecutive World Cup knockout stages, the Atlas Lions once again became one of the most loved teams of the entire tournament. While Morocco won the hearts of football fans around the world, France did the exact opposite. France entered the tournament loaded with elite talent across practically every position, but their incredible depth can sometimes make them feel almost impossible to stop. Their pragmatic and suffocating style has also earned them plenty of haters, especially from supporters who prefer more unpredictable and expressive football. France eventually suffered a 2-0 defeat against Spain in the semifinal, and the reaction was intense. Their performance was heavily criticized, while the team's multicultural identity became the subject of political controversy and heated debate in France. Players were also subjected to harsh criticism from domestic media after failing to deliver another World Cup triumph. On the pitch, two of France's biggest attacking names, Kylian Mbappé and Michael Olise, were heavily hyped coming into the match. Their performance was heavily criticized, while the team's multicultural identity became the subject of political controversy and heated debate in France. Players were also subjected to harsh criticism from domestic media after failing to deliver another World Cup triumph. On the pitch, two of France's biggest attacking names, Kylian Mbappé and Michael Olise, were heavily hyped coming into the match. But Spain's disciplined midfield and defense managed to neutralize them. For many neutral supporters, seeing France eliminated was almost as satisfying as watching their own team advance. And if France represented a team many people were tired of seeing dominate, Spain represented the complete opposite. Spain won widespread affection during the 2026 World Cup thanks to their combination of young stars, tactical intelligence, and exciting football. Their midfield control made them incredibly difficult to play against, while their young generation gave the team a sense of unpredictability and excitement. Spain also showed incredible resilience when the pressure was at its highest, eventually defeating Argentina in a dramatic extra-time final. While Spain walked away as world champions, the United States left the tournament with nothing. Hosting a World Cup is supposed to be a celebration, but the United States faced criticism surrounding the tournament for a variety of reasons. Skyrocketing ticket prices and concerns about extreme commercialization frustrated many supporters, while the heavy involvement of politics in the tournament created even more controversy. Questions surrounding immigration policies, visa restrictions, and geopolitical conflicts also created anxiety among traveling fans from certain countries. One of the biggest controversies involving the U.S. team came when Folarin Balogun received a red card during the round of 32 victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina. The suspension was initially expected to rule him out of the upcoming match against Belgium. President Donald Trump publicly criticized the decision and contacted FIFA President Gianni Infantino to request a review. FIFA later suspended Balogun's one-game ban for 1 year, allowing him to play against Belgium. The unusual situation created even more debate around the tournament, with critics questioning how much political influence should be involved in football. As a result, the United States became one of the most controversial teams and hosts of the tournament. Meanwhile, Japan earned something that cannot be bought with money or political influence: genuine respect from football fans around the world. The Samurai Blue once again became one of the most admired teams because of their sportsmanship, discipline, and cultural grace. Japan went unbeaten during the group stage and produced strong performances against top opposition, including the Netherlands and Sweden. Their run eventually came to an end in a heartbreaking 2-1 defeat to Brazil in the round of 32. Japan had fought hard throughout the match and even held the lead at halftime, making the elimination even more painful. But what happened afterward was what truly captured the hearts of neutral supporters. Following the defeat, coach Hajime Moriyasu and the Japanese players walked toward their traveling supporters and bowed deeply in gratitude. It was a simple moment, but one that perfectly represented the respect and humility that fans had come to associate with Japanese football. Even in defeat, Japan left the World Cup with their reputation stronger than ever. England, however, remained one of the easiest teams for rival supporters to dislike. Decades of relentless media hype from British broadcasters, combined with an extremely passionate and sometimes unbearable online fan culture, have made England a primary target for rival fans. Every tournament brings huge expectations, and every controversial moment involving the Three Lions tends to create an enormous reaction. At the 2026 World Cup, England once again found themselves surrounded by criticism involving perceived fan arrogance, historic rivalries, and controversial refereeing incidents. One of the biggest talking points came after Jude Bellingham's disputed goal against Norway survived a VAR and cable check. Supporters of rival teams were quick to question the decision, while England fans celebrated another controversial moment going their way. Whether the decisions were actually wrong or simply unlucky for their opponents, the constant debates only added to the growing dislike surrounding England. For many neutral fans, watching England struggle under the pressure became almost as entertaining as watching them succeed. Portugal, on the other hand, left supporters with a completely different feeling. Their World Cup exit was heartbreaking, but it also showed just how much loyalty exists between the Portuguese team and its supporters. Fans were left with a mixture of sadness, frustration, and national pride after the difficult elimination. Many supporters believe the team could have shown more fight, particularly during the late stages of their final match. But even disappointment could not erase the bond between the players and the fans. Portugal has spent years producing legendary footballers and creating unforgettable World Cup moments, so every elimination feels like a missed opportunity. Still, their supporters continued to stand behind the team despite the result. That kind of loyalty is exactly why Portugal remained one of the more loved teams among their own fans and many neutrals who could sympathize with their heartbreak. Argentina, meanwhile, became another team that attracted huge amounts of criticism. Their aggressive and overly physical approach made them appear more interested in fighting than simply playing football at times. Their matches frequently became heated, and their attitude created plenty of enemies among neutral supporters. After losing the World Cup final to Spain, several Argentine players were heavily criticized for turning their backs during the trophy ceremony rather than watching their opponents celebrate. Post-match scuffles only added to the negative reaction. Controversial refereeing decisions in tight matches, including their game against Egypt, also fueled online conspiracy theories and accusations that FIFA was favoring Argentina. Their final against Spain became even more dramatic when Enzo Fernandez was sent off after receiving 2 yellow cards, the first for dissent and the second for a reckless late challenge on Spain defender Pau Cubarsí. Argentina may have entered the tournament with plenty of admiration after their previous success, but by the end, they had become one of the teams that neutral fans loved to hate. While Argentina became the World Cup's most disliked team, Norway finished the tournament as the most loved. Norway became one of the most loved teams of the tournament after producing a historic run that nobody could ignore. Reaching the quarterfinals for the first time in their history was already an incredible achievement, especially considering that their previous World Cup appearance had come all the way back in 1998. But Norway did not simply survive the tournament, they shocked the football world by defeating Brazil 2-1 in the round of 16. That victory instantly became one of the defining moments of their campaign. Their success was powered by Erling Haaland, who scored 7 goals throughout the tournament and became the face of Norway's incredible run. The excitement did not stop when the team returned home either. On July 13th, more than 100,000 fans reportedly packed Oslo's streets and Palace Square to celebrate their heroes. The scenes showed just how much the team had inspired an entire country. Norway went from being a team many expected to simply participate to one of the biggest stories of the World Cup.